All right, should we all leave?
Yeah.
You're going to send a different Zoom?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that
Can you
was
hear me?
close. We can hear you.
Oh fuck! I don't know what happened. Like, there's always something wrong, and I could hear you, see you, you could see me, but my microphone didn't want to work on my computer. That's a new computer, so I don't. Sorry, guys.
Don't
Should have
worry.
No drama.
You're here now. I was literally
Leaving.
about to click like close the room. I was mid typing. I'm going to reset the whole room, send a new Zoom link, and I was about to go click, and then I just heard you go. Huh?
Great.
Well, I'll tell you what. Sod the introductions. I'm not putting you into a waiting room and risking losing the audio or pictures again. No way. No way. Welcome to the Dirt, brother.
Thank you. Slugs, you shave your head.
Yeah,
You.
it's involuntary. I'm going a bit bored on the top now. I ain't really got a lot of choice.
You got the dance ties.
The solar panel for a sex machine.
Damn fucking straight. Claire, no.
Not now. I'm recording, Claire. Hey, man. Thanks for coming back on, and at short notice as well. Thank you very much. By popular demand, it has to be said. Much talked about person over this side of the water. You've brought a lot of stoke. You've brought a lot of stoke to the scene this summer, especially.
It's more like a lot of guys from your side came to our place, so maybe that's maybe why.
Well,
not the time I came across, or maybe just remembering of the party.
Well, maybe. It was a good party. It was a really good party. But yeah, thank you again. So, the second time in as such on the show. Last time you joined us, we was surprised because it wasn't a solo episode in the end. We ended up having, who did we have on there with you? It was Margot, Antoine,
Ivan, Alex, Florian.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it was carnage.
It was great fun.
The best French riders.
That's it. That was in lockdown, was it not? During the
no, that wasn't lockdown. We were in the close to the Alps mountain, and we all met together in Lyon for just mountain board airback session at We Ride, and we had this meeting plan with you guys, and I didn't know where we would be. And it just ended. We were all together, so I just tell Hoser, "Okay, come." Like,
Get them in.
we had a mountain board session before, and then they just joined the meeting. That was nice. But yeah, we were hurrying a bit because the guy at the end wanted to close the park, the skate park.
Right.
We had to finish fast.
they were turning the lights off. It swept up around you as everything was going home.
Kicked us out, literally.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. It was joyous, and in fact, we actually last episode we done was with South Africa crew, the 136 crew, which is due out this weekend, although we recorded it last week. When it comes out, it's all a bit weird like that. That was strangely reminiscent of your episode with the them crew, because it was batshit crazy.
It just goes off the rails, off on a tangent. You got no idea what the fuck's going on.
They were all the crew.
That's it.
Yeah, there was a good crew. Yeah.
Nice.
So tell us, Mel, how's it been? How's your summer been over at LA this year? Are you still going on at the moment, or are you starting to close down?
Yeah, we open all year long, so we give a lesson to kids like every Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. all year long. So we never close. During summer, we hire someone. So we have a guy that give lesson to anyone who wants to come, but especially, not school, but the place where the kid will go for summer holiday, and they will come like small crew, 8 of them. So we have a guy give lesson to all those people from July to the end of August, and that's what allowed us to buy boards, pads, all that shit for the club. And then now, after like the school season, I would say it's more like classic sport club works. So we have this lesson and we ride on the weekend or on weekday, depends on who is available to ride, or who is in or done to ride. So this afternoon, for example, we went to have a ride with Max and Margot.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And how is, well, might as well get onto it here now. How has Max is riding a new board, is he not?
Yes, he does.
I have heard. How's he getting on with it? He's riding the new AJ, is he not?
Yes, I think he's got the fifth number, and he rides it for like 2 sessions or 3 sessions. He just rode it the first time when your UK boys were here like 2 weekends ago.
Oh, Freeman's birthday.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Is he enjoying it?
Absolutely.
You say he's got number 5.
I think it's number 5.
Well, I know what he's not got number 1.
Oh, you got it. But it seems you haven't tried it yet.
No. So that's the thing, isn't it? You buy the number 1, and then you're like, well,
you don't ride.
I don't want to ride it, and especially, I have to say, Mel, especially me being, having like this museum that we done last year at the Champs and bringing back. It's kind of, there's a whole wall. I got these shelves here that are doing nothing, and there's a few boards, shall we say, that I'd like to put up there and change about and stuff. But
you don't use it. I know what you mean. I have few as well that I used it a lot, but now I don't want to break them. Like, just keep it in the state they have. It's like
I think you should take yours.
Sorry?
I think Dan should take his for a board slide session.
Yeah, just straight through the middle design.
Yeah.
That's it. Max was trying something like this afternoon, something big like board sliding, but kind of special one. I won't tell, because I'm sure he's gonna land it soon. So you will see with this board. That's a fucking sick one.
Oh, perfect. Well, hopefully he does, like, before this goes out, and then I can put whatever it is you're talking about now, I'll put in over the top of us talking.
Yeah. I would push him to try, like, between now and next week.
And
loads of peer pressure.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, I'm in this conundrum where I want to ride this board, but what's been his impressions of it? Have you had a go on it, or?
No, I haven't, because we haven't gotten much time. Like, we rode a lot at Heyman's birthday, but I didn't have a chance to ride Max board. And his impression, he was riding the first batch of Aeroboard, so the very first board, and he was riding it on the long version, with the trucks on both sides. And now he's riding the short version of this one. It seems it's very how to say, sorry, not heavy, but very light board, and he can do like 360 everywhere and stuff like this. So it seems it's very nice. Yeah.
Nice. I have to say the construction of it, as with all the hero boards, the construction of it is absolutely premier class.
Yeah.
It's really nice finish to it also. Well done, Phil. Well done.
Well done, Phil.
Yeah. So, but you got to have a ride today with Margot and Max there. I'm jealous. I've got the kids at the moment. It's half term in the UK at the moment. So
have you got them all week, Dan?
Well, only the days that I haven't got them at work, aren't I? It'll pass. It'll pass.
Bring them to the skate park. You can ride.
This is it. This is what needs to happen. I've forgotten where I was going with that now. So you had the UK guys over with you a couple of weeks ago for Eamon's birthday. Again, super disappointed that I couldn't be there for that, but it'll happen next summer. The holiday is already booked in at work.
Great.
So
I've seen a fair bit of footage coming out of it as well.
Woo?
We've seen a lot of footage coming out from that weekend as well. It looked like a banging weekend.
That was definitely, but that was like only fun footage. Nobody wanted to have proper filming with camera and stuff. We just wanted to ride all together.
Just to ride, yeah.
Matt joined the party, I would say, because he couldn't ride, so he was filming a lot. So he filmed like almost all the footage you've seen are from him. So he was giving shit idea to everyone and filming everything. That's why you have seen like a lot of very nice bails from Mark Bishop.
Yeah, Mr. Bishop with that fucking tree.
Well, hey, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad
we did not even think about that before. We did not even think like, can you do that? You know, sometimes there's different stuff. It's like we have this in the mind. Like maybe if somebody's crazy or very skitty or stuff, we could tell him to do that. And this one, we didn't see it before.
It's a fucking line, isn't it?
Yeah. you have this size, this space between both wheels. But actually, that's not Mark. That's Jeff Bond that had the idea, I guess, at first.
Well, Ash Hollins.
No, Jeff Bond, or maybe Ash Hollins. Yeah.
Well, he's sent in a question for you, Mael.
Okay.
Following the crazy attempts of Bish at LA, have you tried the letterbox pencil jump yet?
No.
He's even had the foresight to put the videos in there, but I won't play them now. I'll just play them over the top because we all know what happened.
The letterbox pencil style, that's it. I never thought I would have this discussion on the mountain park. You have to do the pencil, bro.
Just suck yourself in.
We have got it there just for. Whee!
Yeah, he's got it. Crazy.
Oh man!
Mark is so committed when he rides. Like it's just always a pleasure to see him riding and bailing as well, because all the bails he took were very fun. He didn't hurt himself, so that's why that was very fun.
I think he's made of rubber, that kid. It's quite the sight to watch him bail. Because he never seems to. I don't know. He does obviously hurt himself, but he doesn't ever really seem to show it.
No.
He just
he flips back up onto his wheels faster than he hits the ground as well, doesn't he?
But he commits so much in everything he tries, and that's the way how you will learn trick. But Sometimes it doesn't work.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? We've all been there.
Nobody thought he would land that letterbox fancy stuff. Nobody. We were all filming because we knew he would take base and then he landed it. He landed it. So congratulations, bro.
Yeah. Well done, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're
I
fucking
got to
idiot.
say, from afar, I remember a while back. I don't know if this feedback is coming out on this at all, but I'm getting feedback on mine.
I can hear feedback.
My apologies to the viewers and listeners about that. I remember a video coming out of a transfer line from quarter pipe to the quarter pipe, but between two trees. That was always a line that I mean, obviously I've never been there, but I always think that to see that and to have the balls to step up and go for it is quite a feat.
That's quite big, but to be honest, the first guy that did that line is Ivan, and that's also the first guy that had the idea. So he had the idea, and I think the first time he did that was at the French Championship 2019. But he did it is regular. So he arrived like this side and then turned alley-oop and landed like almost on the bottom of the next, not quarter pipe, but wouldn't play, transition. And then I think I tried it a year after or something. I don't remember. I did it quite few times, and Antoine did it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's fun, and that's not that complicated. As I said before, it's about commitment, and if you commit, get the right speed, that's all right.
Yeah,
a lot of people can do that.
So, have you? I'm gonna negotiate this question carefully here, because I know that Slogs has got some questions. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do your section early on, because every week I fuck it up and I take one of his 10 set questions or something like that. Is it too early on to do that, or should I just?
Well, I'm easy, man.
Around a question.
Because you've been here before and done a 10 set, we thought we'd mix it up a bit, and rather than do a 10 set, we're going to give you one sort of question or a project more than a question, I suppose.
Is it already the silly part of the of the meeting?
It's a bit simpler than that, Hope.
But we will be fucking marking it.
Go ahead, I'm kidding.
And you might get a certificate. Right, so you're going to build your own park, build your own dream park from all the bits of all the parks you've ever seen or been to, past or present. So you can nick a section from each park.
Yeah.
So section from different parks and parks I've been to.
Yeah, or that you've seen around the world.
I've seen.
I mean,
wow.
immediately I can think of one feature that just stands out immediately, but I won't say it in case it's one of yours there, Mael.
That's a good question and not an easy one, but I think that there will be. I like big stuff, so there will be bugs boarding, the big one, the big gap. You did that this summer, and well done for that, because yeah, it's a big one. I wanted to do it, but to try it, but I haven't got the chance and the time. So this big one, talking about big line, this big one, the big jumps, middle big jumps of Compiègne, and the step up from Poland. So that would be a bigger, proper bigger line or big balls line. I don't know. and our quarter pipe. Sorry.
That's all right. You're what, the big one or the little one or the combination of both?
No, the big one, because it's very smooth and actually we have done it based on HXXC MTB curve. So we stole that from them. So it could be their quarter pipe as well, but ours is a bit wider, so that's why I say that. And
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad that you have said that, because my feature that I would have gone straight to is in Brazil, and it's the dirt quarter pipe there. Have you seen it? Oh,
yeah.
I would love. I'm saying Brazil. It's South America, because I don't know if it is Brazil or not.
It's Brazil. It's Brazil. I think it's local trip.
That's
the Thiago Solon's park. So that definitely. But you have to get the right dirt to build that, because if we do that at our park, it's too steep and the dirt will like flown at every rain. So
yeah,
it's not possible in our park. Like the dirt features has to be a bit slower.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been possible at some of the parks in the UK, or at least the sandy ones that I do. Not without mixing something into the sand to actually make it stay, you know. But that quarter there, primo.
So what else? I'll get also. I've been to few parks in Europe, but not many. But the park in Iguria, from Pestu, in the north of Spain, had this massive, like it was not wood, it was like a resin curve, but it was straight like 180 curve, 3 or 4 meters high, so massive. So you could do like a quarter pipe or just taking like a berms, and then right after a massive wall, big wall. And we don't have wall at the park, so that's a feature we want to add. And we were actually talking about this today with Max, so probably in the next season we will have something like that. That was very nice features. And then would add some rail section from Dillon's Park in Australia, because we like rails in LA, and the way they shape it seems very nice. So a small rail section like this, the big grass hill at Bugs. Actually, that was probably my favorite things to do when I came to the UK, like just going up and riding down that fucking hill, like grassy hill. Yeah. That was so nice. And that
I don't hate to say it at all. I completely agree with you, man. I love everything about Bugs, but that grass slope is just beautiful. It's why I like riding the frame boards, because that's what they're built for. That terrain is exactly what they're built for. And it's
yeah. Actually, this is what mountain boarding has been made for at the beginning. So it's just, you don't need a lot much to have fun, just like riding, go straight or turns or doing like jeeps and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
still
big grassy like this.
Face.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And then I remember this park doesn't exist anymore, but South London had Ride the Hill. And Ride the Hill had this, the left side section, like all the hill, like it wasn't board cross, but
the slope style.
Yeah, the slope style was like so nice, like natural, and the grass was cut like English style. So that was very fun to cruise in these little tricks. different lines. That was very nice.
It was a very unique section of that centre. That whole place was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've not had anything else really like that in the UK. I don't know whether it worked as well in practice as it did potentially in the mind, in the drawing. But either way, it definitely did work in its own way, and it did work really well.
Yeah.
Very much.
But what happened with all of this? Is it still existent? So can you go there, or just everything has been destroyed or removed? Or
All the from what we hear, all of the dirt features are still there, just overgrown.
okay.
But anything built wise, like wood or metal, has all disappeared. But the features are still there because Ant Shrimpton went there snowboarding. I think.
So talking about this section, I mean, it's somewhere you can still ride probably if the grass is cut. But
well, you've asked the right question, haven't you? Because and you should have asked this question to Jeff Bond last week when he was over with you, because he's been messaging me about it. Not necessarily open as a centre again, but if we could just get the grass mown for a weekend event, a revival weekend,
a private hire.
Yeah. Bring some wooden kickers along and just ride it as it was there.
Good work. Yeah.
Yeah. So
in this space, you don't need much. Yeah.
No, it just needs the mowing doing. I don't know. Watch this space. That was a good one. So, dropping back a bit there, what rails would you have? Is there a particular rail that you like? Because obviously in that little feature vid there, I know you got your kink box and stuff.
Yeah.
And in my dreams, I've always wanted to like frontside board a kink rail all the way down, like ideally Thrasher Mag front cover, like 10 flat 10 sort of stuff, which is obviously never going to happen for me this day and age.
Why not?
Well, exactly. Why not? But is there any particular rails that you would have? Like, is there what's your favorite rail at the moment?
I would say like we have few rails, but the one we use the most is this gray tube, like not that long, but you can do like a lot of board slides on it, like front side, back side, lip slides and stuff like this, because it's not too long. So this one is my favorite. I mean, if we talk about riding, because this is the one we ride the most. And this kink, box kink, I'm the only one tried it for now. And that was my idea. So when it's my idea, I have to give it the first try.
Of course.
Actually, you can ride this on different skate park. That's a feature from skate park we had when they reset the skate park and do like concrete stuff. So that was sleeping somewhere, and we could get this. If you try a board slide on skate park on this feature, it would be very easy. But here it's a bit different because you don't have the ground, so you just have the kicker. If you fall from the top, it's like 1.5 meter or something. So you really don't want to fall from the top of the box. So that's the only difference. So it's just in your mind.
Yeah.
But this one is nice, but it's definitely not the one to try front boards or stuff like that with this. So maybe we will buy like a ground, like a dirt ground all around, so it makes it like less high from the ground. So maybe we'll try this. What we want to do at the park is having every feature or section almost rideable for everyone. So with this one, we missed that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the other one as well, we put a rail in the road gap. On the road gap, I tried it once, smashed, but I try again. I think it's okay. But I wanted to build that before everyone came this summer. You know, there were Matt, Andy, the UK boys, and Dylan was here, Cody Stewart as well. So like quite heavy riders. So I was like, yeah, let's do like crazy shit for them. So they will ride it. And nobody gave me to try it. So I was like, I will have to try it myself.
It's always the way. Whatever you put in there, everybody's going to go,
Yeah.
The whale tail at Bugs. At the championships, when we got it, not many people hit it. But then when we went back the other week for Dream Teas,
yeah,
was hitting it. You know, I think it's the fear of the new, isn't it? Although that's one thing that did go in before Dream Teas was a wall ride at Bugs, and that was a bit of a hit there. I have to say, there are a lot of people trying stuff on that, so I think you're right to be wanting to put one of those in at the centre, mate. Definitely.
We will put a whale tail. We talked about that when in February when we talk about what new feature we would have. I think there was a question from Matt or somebody, I don't remember. Yeah, we still have this in mind, and we have like the perfect space to put this like in line. So you would hit spine, then gap, then whale tail, then quarter. We just need to get the wood and a bit of time to shape and build that one. But we don't want to be like a simple whale tail. We have in mind to, make it a bit arty stuff. So it could be a proper whale tail from a whale.
That's it. It'll be done in the own unique LA way.
Yeah. We will try to. We have the plan. I mean, how to build it in mind, but it's gonna be very huge. So I don't know if it's reachable because it's a lot of wood, and then I don't know, twice as much work than it should be. So we'll see if we have time.
Have you got much space there to expand the park much more than it already is?
No, we don't have more than it is now. I mean, we could do more, but we don't want to. I think the park, you've seen videos, but you don't see everything on videos. But you can see like everything is super concentrated. And it's not a long way to go up. It's like 70 meters or something like this, or 80 meters from the bottom to the top. And we don't have more than this, than 80. And why do we want to leave a place for gardening, set up your tent, having parties and stuff like this? And we also have a third of the park, a third of the place, which is only bushes. We live for animals. So there's a river down there. You never see the river, almost never see the river on the videos, but there's a river down the park. And from the bottom to the park, from the bottom of the park to the river, you have, I don't know, 40 meters, something, which is only bushes. So, and a lot of animals. You've got deers, badgers, fox, a lot of things like this. Otter.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's a very, very cool. Do you? I suppose that you'd probably try and keep your customers and the riders and that clear of that area, really. Let them do their thing in peace. That's nice.
That's
nice.
it. That's the not to say the fiber is in French. The mindset of all the guys and girls that build that park. We have all environment and animals friendly mindset. So we try to leave place for them and try not to disturb them too much when riding and stuff. So just few time partying a years,
Yeah.
few time having an excavator for building new stuff and this. But for example, we will work the next weekend. We will have excavator to do like small change. I don't know if excavator is the right word.
Yeah, yeah.
So we will do that next week, like change a little bit the border cross. And we choose this season because this is the best season to do that, not disturbing the wildlife. So
yeah. Plus, and it gives it the winter time to bed in, and good for next year.
That's it.
Oh, that's awesome news. We'll look forward to seeing any little changes that may come around through the excavator
next year. Do you know when? Before Compiègne?
Yes. So that week, I don't know how do the dates fall? Is it the 13th is the championships in Compiègne, and then the 17th is the downhill? 13th,
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
So I will come across hopefully in the second half of the week before Compiègne. So I'm assuming to do that, maybe come to stop at LA for a couple of days before making the trip to Compiègne, then I forget the name of the place where the downhill is.
This is in Auvergne. This is in Superbest, the ski resort. Yeah.
So from there, and then they're back again, really.
Great.
That's the plan. That's the plan. If we could do Scotland, if we could do John O'Groats, Land's End to John O'Groats in that time, we can do the visits to you guys in that time. That's for sure.
Yeah. So for next year, because few riders already asked me if they can come before Compiègne and stuff. If we would set up or put up an event like we did the past years, everybody is welcome. So talking to everyone now, everybody is welcome at the park before the World Championship in Compiègne. We will not put up anything special, but like everybody is welcome. You can camping and stay at the park, ride the park for free and stuff. You bring your food. We will not manage like to cook and stuff like this, but everybody is welcome. Yeah. And then we will probably go to Compiègne all together because a lot of them will join for the World Championship. And then right after Compiègne, most of them we will go to, of course, the downhill champs. So there will be no one at the park on Monday, Tuesday, the day of the downhill. So if you want to come, please come either after Compiègne, before Compiègne, or after the downhill champs. But I'm not sure if you come after Compiègne and the downhill, you will still have legs to ride the park. So it's up to you.
Yeah. Do you go before and risk not having any legs for the competition, or come after? I don't know.
Would be a chill. We have a lot of chill lines, so you can ride just a little bit, like chilling on hip lines, spines, different small features. And then
now here's a question for you, Margot. When Margot was in, and she has sent in a question, by the way. We'll come to that shortly.
She told me,
But you you asked her in her episode where she was taking her license. Okay. Now, we talked about that a little bit. And you said there, all of you English riders can come over and, ride for free or whatever. I put it to you that fine, let that happen, but let the English riders get a license in LA while they're there.
So
Would
you
that
get your
help your
funds.
funding from your local mayory or council?
Yeah, right. She told me that. I don't know if that would work because of the Brexit. No, I'm kidding. That's the license is from the French Federation of Skateboarding and Blading. So since it's the French Federation, I guess like only French people can take a license on it. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but we also think to not putting license up, but just like adhesion or registration for association and stuff like this. So maybe this would be possible, but we don't earn money from that, and we don't want to earn money from that. So all the money we got is from the lesson we give during summers. And for example, like last weekend, I had like 8 guys like came and had a lesson. So they would pay and we get money from that. And all the people the riders, I mean the French rider, when they come to the park, if they have a French license, that will be for free for them. Mm-hmm. If you guys come to the park or people from abroad, that's a long way, and we are super happy to see you here. So we don't need nor want money from you. So This is why I explained a lot to you, to your English fellow this summer and the past. Just buy your beer and that's enough.
I sympathise with my English friends who have been trying to pay you then, because I would still be wanting to pay my way. That's for sure. Because like it's a small enough community as it is. That they shouldn't. It's good to pay your way. Like at Bugs and that especially, and like when the guys at Hart Hill, when they were going through it was like they did a release for t-shirts and a few stickers, like to try and keep the centre open and stuff. Like, geez, man, we've got to support it. I mean, if the centre's doing okay, then that's great. But use that money to put in I don't know,
a real whale tail.
A real whale tail.
So we'll go to the museum and buy proper whale, like whale skeleton, and made it from that. All right, send us money, please.
There's a great one in the Natural History Museum. We're just going by that one off of them.
Yeah. We have one in Nantes as well. So thank you for the idea. I will see if we can just borrow. No, I mean that we don't want to be the way to support the stuff. When Eamon and Ayla organized this, the way to support it is like just having fun, put a lot of videos, and a lot of people see that, and a lot of people want to get involved in mountain board, and we will have more and more riders and more and more people come for the summers and stuff like this. So we have always want to put like free events for people and cheap license and cheap mountain board school. So the mountain board school for the year for the kids, it's 80 euros.
Mhm.
90 euros, and we borrow boards, so it's very affordable. So a lot of them can ride, and you don't need to have a lot of money to practice mountain board. And this is what we want, because it's not like if we were 2000 in France practice riding. So we will talk about make the people pay when we have like 2000 riders and more centers. Like, that's our philosophy. So
Yeah, very community based.
That's it.
Yeah. And we also have grants, from the States, like the French Federation, like skateboards and roller French Federation, give us a bit of money. The council give us a bit of money. The city, city council, the states where we are. So we are well supported by government stuff. Like.
Not the same over here right now. Let me tell you that now.
Yeah. So I know
that bloody Brexit again, isn't it?
Yeah. You talked already about that with Margot. I've seen that, but it's not. It's not everyone having grants, and we would prefer to not ask and do our stuff by ourselves. But they have a lot of money to give. Less and less year on year, but they still have a lot of money to give. And they always give the money to the football club, to the basketball clubs and stuff like this. So when they see us arriving with a new sport, really natural, turn to nature sports, outdoor, we take a lot of case to have these grants. So at the beginning, they were like, just like, who are you? What are you doing? You are like 10 people, like just jumping in the mud and stuff like that. And now they will give us as example for outdoor sports in the States. We are the only mountain board place in that state. I said state, but like it's small area in France. I don't know how do you call that. Like Gloucester?
Yeah, a county.
A county.
A county,
province.
County, yeah. It's kind of same as county.
Yeah.
And now they give us as example for outdoor sports and natural turns and stuff like this. So it's nice. And when we ask them money, they put like our files on the top of the box. So it's nice. It's quite easy now, but it has been a hard work at the beginning to get their confidence.
Yeah, I think years ago the ATB tried to get mountain boarding recognised as a sport in the UK, but I don't think it. There are certain criteria that a sport has to fulfill to be recognised as a sport, as opposed to, just some strange pastime or whatever. And I don't think that even like, even back in the day when it was big in the UK, it still wasn't big enough to have that recognition. But I wonder if modern day it might be a bit different. We don't have a federation for roller skating and that. We have the
No, you should have
skateboarding GB. We have skateboarding, and there's a snow. There's a team GB snowboarding and things like that. So maybe it'd be worth trying to approach one of them two to try and get like an offshoot.
Yeah.
Or even mountain biking, to be fair, because they would have, with an alliance with those sorts of sporting bodies, you'd have potentially have more access to spots.
Spots, yeah.
You're more on par with the terrain you're riding there. and with the risks you're taking.
Mountain biking, if I talk about France, it's not easy for them because mountain bike and it's like BMX rider and mountain bike rider are under the cycling federation, and all the grants, like a lot of money goes to the road cycling stuff, and they struggle a bit with that because that's the well-known sport with the Tour de France and stuff like this. So they can keep all the money from them, and it's hard for mountain biking and BMX to get the grant. So I think mountain boarding should better be on the skateboard federation or snowboarding federation. It's my point of view. It's
because the brother wankers will keep you down else.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we today in France are maybe the smallest portion of the skateboarding federation, it has been a lot of work as well from Diego Anderson and Ludovic Faure, and we're all glad we have them back in the days, like pushing for mountain boarding, and that's why now that there's no discussion anymore. We are in it. We're small. If we get bigger, we'll get more money and bigger supports and stuff. So now it's our work to make the scene bigger or not. I don't know. The question is always like a question to ask. But yeah, it's on our end. We try to do our little part by giving lesson to kids, and we already talked about that before, like in February when we did the last. But that's the way we keep like the sports moving with young and kid.
Yeah.
My point of view. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm gonna come in with a couple of questions from the community, if that's all right. But before we go there, as it literally only came out today, have you seen have you seen David Jontz's new video part yet?
No.
Oh, right. Well, then we can't talk about it then now, can we?
It went out like today or
it went
today?
Out, yeah, today, about an hour before we recorded. Or before we started
Sorry,
recording.
I was riding, so I didn't have time.
You're definitely excused.
Oh yeah, I'll probably steal a little snippet of it just to put over the top here now. But there's some class little bits in there, some really nice tricks in there.
Of course, David is one of the best. So
and super nice guy as well. But so as soon as we're done here, go watch it because it's
good.
Yeah,
there's some really good drone footage in it as well.
Yeah, fair play to the drone pilot. He does the business. That's the business. Loving the drones in mountain boarding at the moment. We're going to do him a misjustice now by not mentioning his name, aren't we? We talked about how good his drone shots are, but not actually said it. Rafael Laudas, which I've obviously mispronounced. So I apologise. Yeah.
Rafael, how?
It's Polish Raf done it. Rafael Vordas. But between him, Johnny Snipes over in America, and Jack Johnston in the UK, this drone footage is looking pristine that's coming out.
You better mention Sonny.
Sonny who?
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Sonny, that's a shame. That's a shame. I'm using my phone. I would have shown you Sonny's picture, a nice one. I will send it to you.
Is it the glasses one?
Yes.
I was going to ask you a question later. What is the favourite pair of glasses you've ever put on someone? Because mine is the one that you've done a Sonny the last weekend. Fucking brilliant.
That wasn't me. I think I didn't draw any glasses last weekend. That was somebody else. I didn't have time. I was managing them.
Whoever done Sonny's needs to be congratulated.
Yeah. I actually don't know who did it, but we will find it. We will find the one and we will congratulate him.
And put them on your shoulders and carry them around the park for 4 laps.
Let's go back to these questions. Where are we? So
Raphael, is it Raphael, right?
Raphael, yeah.
Where is he from?
I assume Poland as well.
Okay.
But yeah, his surname I know that I have not pronounced properly. But
We'll
yeah.
link it up here anyway.
Another person's surname who I can pronounce properly, who sent in a question, and only is James Wanklin. He has sent in 2 questions. If you could recreate. Oh, look, we've already covered this. So the first question, James, I'm sorry, you can't have your first question because we've covered that. If you could recreate any mountain board feature at LA, what would it be? But so his second question is out of all the UK riders, who is the closest to being French?
That's a good question. And I'm just thinking who has the best accent to say bonjour. Because no, Matt actually is getting better and better anytime he comes. He tries a lot and he asks words and stuff. So I don't want to say Matt because he's always the first guy at school. But yeah, that's probably him. Yeah, he asks a lot of words and he remembers well. So anytime he comes, he would tell words from the last time, like tap water, eau du robinet, and stuff like this. So yeah,
avec un pie. Yeah, the kid's intelligent as well as being a good rider. It has to be said. He's pretty clever, is on that, isn't he?
He's probably the one that came the most as well. So let's see with other when will they come back.
This is it. Let's go on. We've got 3 more here, so we'll bash through them now. But the lovely Margot has sent one in, as you know. And this one's, I like this one because it's a good conversation starter. What do you, Mael, want the mountain board community to look like in some years? As you have the power to teach and grow new riders, how do you hope that the scene progresses? I'm assuming, does she mean, do you want it to grow? Do you want it to stay? Do you like your little section that you've carved out for it, or do you hope for it to expand?
As I said, like that's not an easy question, and especially in the world we live now. The question is, do we want our sport to be as big as snowboarding or having X Games or stuff like this? I don't know. I don't have the answer. The best part of our sport is also having the best rider riding with the kids. You know, I just put a story today on Instagram that was Matt spent an hour to teach our kids from the park how to front flip on the trampoline and then on the airbag afterwards. This will not happen in snowboarding or big extreme sports. So the best part of it is this, and the time we can spend all together, know each other, and there's no champions. There's only guys that love playing in the mud.
Yeah.
And that's a good point. But yeah, of course, when you love it so much, you want it to grow a little bit more and have more views and get some money, easy money to build new stuff and to have more and more schools and stuff. But I think it will never get as snowboarding is, because it's not as simple as snowboarding. Even it's easier, it's not as simple to make it grow.
Yeah.
But it has good hope for future, because there's less and less snow everywhere, and the ski resort, like they are starts to be like so expensive that a lot of people they can't afford. So that's a good opportunity for us to develop our sports, but not missing that point that we are all family, and the more the family get big, and the more shit will happen. So
yeah, I think like
I don't have the answer.
the days of adverts being run where I'm gonna have to get this right, where the rider stood at the top of the hill calling an ambulance for when he makes it to the bottom, like pre-calling it ahead. I think, like, obviously back in the day that was kind of cool and it was fun, it was edgy, but that was the scene. Where modern day mountain boarding, I believe, has to be appealing to everybody. It's the reason why you want everybody to be able to ride your park in total. So how do you make something that looks difficult and looks potentially dangerous seem more appealing to people? Because the reality is it's the easiest board sport to learn or to
Yeah, definitely.
and if you wear pads and the right equipment, the likelihood of you hurting yourself is considerably lower.
Yeah.
But with increased sort of amount of riders on the planet, you would lose that little personal touch that we've got at the moment in the community, haven't you? So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you have the point, and that's it. Sorry, Slugs. Go ahead.
Like, you love the sport so much that you want everyone else to love it as much as you. But by doing that, you're pushing the sport out, and then you're losing that community, family part of it. So it's like a catch-22, isn't it?
So that's why I don't have the answer. I think mountain boarding, like, if worldly talking, could be a bit bigger, that would be nice, because that wouldn't be too much. But when you see, and it's not even snowboarding, but when you see the World Cup in where it will be, and Asian Games, like, would happen in the desert, like snow Asian Games in the desert, and it makes just like crazy as fuck. And we don't want to have, like, even if that will not happen in mountain boarding, but we don't have like people take that kind of decision just for, I don't know. I mean, we all know money, but
well, I for one, I'm glad that we're not that big.
yeah.
Anyhow, let's move on to another one. This one is coming from Nash. It says, "Miss you, dude. Keep killing it." Which, man, you have been fucking killing it this season. Anyhow, he has asked, what is your favourite grab? Roast beef, A, or B, frog leg Indian?
What's my best what?
Your favourite grab? The roast beef,
grab.
frog leg Indy.
The roast beef. I can you ask him? I mean, I will ask him if he can do a frog leg indie.
Well, I don't even know that I could get down that low anymore. Well, our last community question comes in from the amazing Emlyn, and you had the pleasure of having him over the other week for Eamon's birthday.
Lovely guy.
And never disappoints when riding. This one's good. I like this. I'm going to play it now.
Bonjour, Mael. I've wanted to ask you this for a long time. How do you do? Lights.
There you go.
Bonjour, Mael.
Oh, actually, I do quite well. Thank you. How do you do, Emily? Thank you. I must ask, how do you do? That's something came this summer, and we were talking about like French tradition and English tradition. So how you will learn French at English school and how we learn English French. So back in the days, I'm quite old already. So when I was at school, we were learning like how do you do. So I asked them like, you're not using how do you do anymore in England? Like, no, but maybe we should put it back on the scene. So we started to say how do you do every morning, like for a few days in LA and Compiègne and stuff. And now it's our way to say hi.
How do you do?
How do
And
you
before
do?
starting any conversation, I must say, how do you do? I'm sorry, I missed that point at the start, the beginning. Can we try again? Like, you like this, and we start again.
Bless him. He's such a good lad. Such a good lad.
Tash is coming on a treat now.
And that, I like it. He's got a bit of Just for Men or something going on. Yeah.
That was a French mustache, I guess. Yeah.
I thought you'd been drinking chocolate milkshake.
Oh, maybe.
Too much dandelion and burdock. But yeah. Listen, I don't know what time we're in. 9:20. I apologise for the feedback. I think it might be coming from my computer, especially when
It's definitely you this time, Daniel.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know how.
No technical fuck ups from me.
He says this, but he's got a brand new phone that he's never used before until now.
Whoa.
So it might be that it's the new phone.
But he uses
I'll take it that it's me tonight.
Hang on, didn't we do a test run on my new phone an hour and a half beforehand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it pretty sweet tonight. Just because I think although we've still got new rider episodes coming in all the time, I'm hoping just to do a few catch-ups with people like yourself and that over winter time, where we're not just talking about your history, but trying to bring in a few different bits about what's been happening recently. So I thank you for being a part of that.
Thank you for the invitation.
No. I hope we haven't taken up too much time of your evening, but before you go, is there anything whilst you're on there that you want to say out there to the community?
please come.
Oh,
Please
we
come
will.
to our place.
Well, it's open all year round. We can
Yeah.
come about winter.
You just let us know and you come. But the only matter of winter is the weather. But you know, like 2 weeks ago when for Eamon's birthday, it rains all night long on Friday, and the day 2 days before, non-stop rains, and they arrived and it stopped raining for 3-4 hours. So we had the time to ride a little bit, and then it rained all night long, and it stopped at the morning on Saturday. The ground was so soaked, but still after a few rides, few runs, everybody were on the park, and that was a sick session. So that's the only matter of winter, but we can ride all year long. So, and we have people that come in the winter for riding. We had Aya from Germany. We had Marcio from Brazil, because his wife is not far from wife's parents' place, not far from here. So yeah, we have people coming, have a ride, even in the winter. So you can come if you want.
We can come. It's happening.
And the thing I want to say also is when you talk about your board, of course, the nice stuff. You don't want to ride with. You just want to keep it for great occasion, and that's the same with t-shirts and stuff like this. So I'll just show you something.
Yes, look at that. Very nice. Well,
thank you for that. So I'm not riding with it now. I just keep it for going clubbing and stuff like this.
After the champs, I sent Dylan away with one as well. I got a video message within 3 days, 2 days or 3 days later, from him going, "Oh, Dan, I'm in London and I'm wearing your t-shirt," and he sent a picture of it. But it must have been, I don't know where he was, whether it was at some concert or something. Absolutely soaking wet in beer, and he was obviously mid-party at the time. It was just absolutely drenched and coated. It's that's the way.
That's it. Clubbing t-shirt.
That's it. But yeah, thank you, Mel, for your time this evening. I will be in touch more and more as we get closer on to summer, and yeah, go watch David's new video now.
I will, anytime. That was a pleasure, guys, and that was also a pleasure to meet you in person in UK, even if we didn't have chance to catch more because there were so many people, and that's the only regret I have, not riding the park on Sunday because I was fucked up and not having time to talk properly to everyone because there were too many people. But that was sick anyway. And we will catch up next year.
Oh, we will definitely do that. I plan to hopefully have a bit of time, like I say before, with you guys at the park before the champs.
And Margot keep talking about going back to UK, so maybe we'll have a little jump before the World Championship. We'll see if it could happen. Hopefully.
You never know what might happen in springtime as well. Maybe a little nip over from our side as well. But we'll see. Perfect, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Your evening. See you.
Thank you, and see you.